These figures are not surprising when you think about the uncertainty that plagues students, and when they're making choices, uncertainty doesn't help them be decisive about applications. I suspect that when you get to clearing, those numbers will change again and there won't be so much of an impact. But in all honesty, in Gibraltar we haven't suffered that any change at all in our numbers. We were quite consistent from our first academic year. So 2016-17 has seen the same number of European Union students. We expect that will change for us once the UK leaves the European Union. Brexit brings uncertainty for us as well, because the European students will cease to be what we call home students, which means that their fees to come and study in a higher education institution in Gibraltar or in the UK will be markedly increased. We don't know to how much yet because the negotiations are ongoing. But we certainly are expecting a drop in numbers once that happens. But we have significant interest, of course, from Spain, Italy, Romania, Hungary, which are the main student populations at the University of Gibraltar, with Moroccan students also represented in our student cohort. We need to clarify the issue regarding the student status. So, in universities, you're either a home student or an international student. They have very different fee structures. We don't know whether European students are going to fall within that scale, whether they'll be closer to the home student fees or closer to the international student fees. And if they are closer to the the international student fees, that will mean that we will become very uncompetitive for particularly Spanish students who would possibly go to Italy or Portugal or other countries in the European Union before they would consider coming to us. So there's a lot of areas that still need some clarity before we're in a position to really understand the impact of the changes. We are in conversations with the UK. In fact, been invited to participate in what's called the University's UK meeting of Vice Chancellors in September, where we'll continue our discussions to prepare ourselves in terms of the negotiations with Europe.